Do you feel guilty at the end of the day when you don't get everything on your to-do list done? Is your daily routine to run out of the office at the very last minute because you've got personal commitments that you need to attend to and your day never seems to end? We're going to fix all that for you on this episode of the Do This, Sell More show. Hi, my name is Dave Lorenzo. This is the Focus Point segment of the Do This, Sell More show. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We are here on your screen and in your ears every single day. We're on a podcast at 9 a.m. every morning, wherever you get your podcasts. We are on YouTube at 5 p.m. every day with brand new, unique content for you. And we offer special shows on the C-Suite network with C-Suite TV, and you can find us 24/7 on C-Suite Radio. Thanks for joining me. I am thrilled that you're here, and I'm glad that you're a part of our community. Today we're talking about how you finish your day, how your day ends. And one of the things my clients tell me all the time is that their day ends in a chaotic fashion. They're rushing to get out the door, to get to some personal commitment or to some networking function, and they are absolutely stressed out. And then they glance down at their to-do list and one thing or nothing is checked off, and they're wondering what the hell happened to the day. Well, I'm going to share my end of the day strategy with you, and you're going to be amazed at how easy it is to make yourself feel good when you walk out of the office on time. For the last 13 years, my motto has been helping you develop relationships and attract revenue and get home on time for dinner every night. And that on time for dinner every night is critically important because you work to live. You don't live to work. Your work should inspire you. It should make you fulfilled, but it should also allow you to live your life in the fashion that you want. So here's my end of the day routine. What I want you to do is I want you to focus on tracking the things you accomplish throughout the course of the day. I keep a daily journal, and I do it in a software program, and I keep a journal of everything I accomplish throughout the course of the day. And I track both my personal stuff and my business stuff. So a perfect example is today. My son was sick and he didn't go to school, so my wife was unable to take my daughter to school today. So my day started by getting up at 5 like it always does, and I did a little bit of work, but then I had to get my daughter up at 6, make breakfast, and get her to school by 7:15. And it's a substantial commute. I had to drive her to school. That's not what I normally do, but I put down on my to-do list that I spent quality time with my daughter, had breakfast with her, and drove her to school today. So now at the end of my day, when I review all the things I've accomplished, one of those things is going to be something that I don't normally get to do that is valuable and fulfilling to me. And when I look at what I didn't accomplish work-wise between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m., because I had breakfast with my daughter and I had to drive her to school, I'll realize that that time was not wasted. It was valuable, well-spent time. This is the value of keeping a journal throughout the day of everything you've accomplished. So let me give you a work example. You're part of a sales team, and your boss runs into the office and asks you to work on a special project. You had plans to make 5 calls today out in the field, and you immediately have to reschedule them. And you spend 4.5 hours working on your boss's special project. At the end of the day, you're thinking to yourself, oh man, I didn't sell anything, I didn't set any new appointments, but you wrote down in your journal all the valuable stuff you did for your boss. At the end of the week, when you go back to review what you accomplished this week, that day is not a wasted day. That was a day you dedicated to the relationship you have with your boss, and it's going to pay off for you in the long run. This idea of journaling everything that you do throughout the course of the day will not only help you feel better about things that you invest your time in, both business and personal, it will also help you be more productive. And you know why? It's going to help you be more productive because you're not going to waste any time, because you won't want to reflect on your journal and have played Candy Crush for an hour and a half while I waited for my car to be serviced. Instead, it would say, made 15 phone calls, set 3 appointments during the hour and a half while I was in the waiting room while my car was being serviced. There's a huge difference. When you track something, when you track your activity throughout the course of the day, it makes a huge difference in your productivity. Okay, so the end of the day now, you review your journal and you circle the things that were important and that provided value, either in a business way or in a personal way. And you'll see that you have 20 things circled, even though you only have 2 things on your to-do list checked off. You did 20 valuable things throughout the day. You're going to feel better about getting out of the office and leaving. Now, how do you get out of the office on time? How do you get out of the office without having a rush at the last minute? Here's the secret. During the course of your day, whatever the thing is that's going to take the most amount of time, you tackle it first. You do that first so that you don't have to worry about anything else. For example, if you know you need to make 20 appointments, set 20 appointments for the week, I would come in Monday morning and at 7 a.m. I would bang the phones, start leaving voicemails, start sending email, start calling people to try and schedule those appointments. By midday Monday, I'd have 20 appointments booked for the whole week, so I'd be set with the appointments and I wouldn't have to worry about appointments. Then I'd go to work on the next biggest thing I had on my list. The key is the biggest time suck. Take care of that first. The second key, do not do anything that you can delegate to someone else at 80% of the effectiveness of you providing that service. So here's an example. If you normally clean out your car and that takes you an hour every week, and the reason you do it is because you bring customers around in your car to show them houses. Let's say you're a realtor. From now on, hire somebody to clean out your car. If it costs you $50 or $75 to have somebody clean and detail your car, that's time you just bought yourself. Anything you can delegate to somebody else at 75 to 80% of the effectiveness that you would do it, you need to delegate it because you need to spend your time working in your area of biggest strength. Then at the end of the day, when your day is done, what I recommend you do is you treat the appointment to go have dinner with your family like an appointment with your most valuable customer. Go have that dinner, and if you need to get back to work, you go back to work after everybody else goes to sleep. You have to treat your commitments at the end of the day as if they're as sacred as a customer appointment or a court appointment or an appointment to go see someone who's the most important person in the world, because that's what those appointments are. So to get out of the office on time, you treat those appointments as if they're an appointment with your most valuable customer. In fact, I write on my calendar anything I have to do after work as appointment with most valuable client. That's what I write on my calendar, so I know that I got to get out of the office at that time. Don't let anybody tell you that leaving at a specific time is wrong. You work to live, you don't live to work. A happy salesperson is a successful salesperson, and a happy salesperson is one that makes a lot of money and gets home on time for dinner every night. My name is Dave Lorenzo. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for joining us today. If you do this, you will sell more.